Good afternoon, everyone. This is BremSter, and today I'm coming to you with a puzzle called Blustery Day by DJV. So I'm not sure why it's called Blustery Day. It may have been in the email. This is one that was submitted about a month ago and has been sitting in my queue, like many puzzles at the moment. And I needed to find time to get to it. And it's a holiday here in Australia, so I'm taking advantage of it and trying to get a few puzzles recorded. I'm amazed I've been able to get through as much as I have without gaps. There were a couple of days I didn't do puzzles, but mostly thanks to the Hamilton Sudoku series. There's a playlist for those. Those are mostly approachable puzzles. No idea who set those, but yeah, that was a really good series to get. I've been trying to work through the back catalogue of stuff. A lot of people did stop submitting while I was doing it, and a few people, I think, during the time I wasn't doing puzzles, sort of forgot the sort of puzzles that I do. I've had some really hard ones submitted. I've had a couple of videos I've failed, and that's possibly down to lack of practice on my part. The last couple of months have been really rough, but I'm still trying to get puzzles and content out. Seems to be approved. The channel's not really growing at the moment. I really have had no change in my view stats or anything, but that's okay. People seem to be appreciating what I'm doing, and that's what matters. They're still going. I actually need to take about 5 or 6 weeks off in a couple of months, and I've no idea how I'm going to pull that one off without taking another extended break. So we'll see how it all goes. So let's have a look at Blustery Day by DJV. So normal Sudoku rules apply. In every box, in every row, and in every column, we have to place the digits 1 to 9 without repetition. Digits placed on an arrow must sum to the digit placed on that arrow's circle. So the sum of these 3 digits will go into that circle, the sum of these 3 into that circle, etc. Digits placed on purple Renban lines must be a set of consecutive non-repeating digits in any order. So for example, if we were to put a 1 on this line, which I can see is almost certainly not possible, then this would be 1, 2, 3, 4 on the line, because it would have to be a run of non-repeating consecutive digits. So any digit on the line, if you were to take the digits off the line and sort them, there would be a run of digits: 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. Cells separated by a black dot are in a 1 to 2 ratio. Cells separated by a white dot must be consecutive. Not all dots are necessarily given. So that's what we've got. Not a lot of clues in this grid. So this one is definitely interesting. And the grid is quite symmetrical apart from those dots. So yeah, we'll see how this one goes. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. I've been told this one is quite tricky, so we'll see how it goes. Let's give this a shot. So the most obvious thing that's jumping out at me is these arrows. They are all 3-cell long arrows in the same row or column. Minimum you can put on a 3-cell arrow would be 1, 2, 3, which means the minimum these circles can be is a 6. But because they're single-cell arrows, the maximum they can be is 9, which is important down here, because 7 cannot be in a 1 to 2 relationship with anything, neither can 9. So this is actually a 6 or an 8, which means that this is a 3 or a 4. And there must be a 1 on this arrow. Hang on a minute. So if this is a 6, this is a 3, and these have to sum to 3, so they're 1, 2. And if this is 8, this is 4, so these have to sum to 4, so they're 1, 3. So this is 1, 2, 3, and must contain a 1. So this must contain a 1. Hang on, if this is 4, this is 1, 3. If this is 3, this is 1, 2. This must contain a 1 and a 3. So this cannot... Hang on, this has to contain a 1 and a 3. 1 must be here, 3 must be somewhere, because if this is 8, 4, this is 1, 3. Because these have to sum to 4. So I can't put 3, 6 up here, and I can't use 1, 2. So this is either 2, 4 or 4, 8, and must contain a 4. But 2 and 4 are not consecutive with 6, 7, 8, or 9. So there's no 2, 4 there. This is the 8, this is the 4, and the 8 is only consecutive with 7 or 9. So this is a 7 or a 9. The 8 makes this a 6, which means this is 1, 2, 3, which means this is the 3, this is the 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, This is not a 6 anymore. That's really cool. This is 2 or 4. That's a really cool start. But I feel like I've used half the information in the grid. Hang on. 2, 3, 4, 5. If this is 2, the maximum I can put on this line would be 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't get to 6. This is the 4. So there now must be... This is either 3, 4, 5, 6 or 4, 5, 6, 7. So these are 3, 5, and 7, and they must contain a 5. This can't be a 3 because there's already a 3 in the box. And the other way to look at it is this is a 4-cell long Renban line. So wherever you start, you'll either get 2 even or 2 odd digits, 2 even and 2 odd digits on it. And I've already got the 2 even. So these both had to be odd. And if this is odd, this is even. And if this is even, this is odd. So this is 2, 4, 6, or 8. And this is any odd digit. Yeah, it's not 1, 3. Well, hang on. No, it's not any odd digit because 7, 6, 5, 4. This can't get down as far as 3. So this is 5, 7, or 9. So this can't be a 2 because if it's 2, it has to have 1, 3. But it could be 4, 6, or 8. 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7 would work, and 7, 8, 9 works. Okay. So it is more restricted than I thought because of that 7, 8, 9. Is this going to help me? So this is restricted because I can't put 3, 6 on this because 3, 6 is already 9. And this would have to be a 0 to make this 9. And I can't put 4, 8 on it because that's 12. So it has to have a 2 on it. It's either 1, 2 or 2, 4. So if this is 1, 2... Wait a minute. This is actually quite restricted. There's no 4 here because of this 4. So if this is 1, 2... Actually, this is quite restricted. If this is 1, 2... I can't put the 1 here, so this would have to be the 2. And if this is 4, 2, it's 4, 2. This is always a 2. And this is a 1 or a 3. And this is a 1 or a 4. So if this is 1, 2, 3, this is 6. And if this is 4, 2, 4, 2, this is 6, 7, or 9. Okay. Can I tell anything about this? Well, I kind of can. Those are a different parity to those. Because if this is even, this is odd, this is even, this is odd, and this is odd. So these are different parities. So they're either 1, 2, or 3, 6. So these are 1, 2, 1, 2, or 3, 6. Now this can't be 6, so this can't be 3. So this is only 1, 2, or 3. 6, 5, 4, 3. Hang on, 6, yeah, that could work. 5, 4, 3. 4, 3, this would already be 7. Hang on. But this cell is restricted. Because 7, 6, 5, 4, the minimum I could put here is 4. So this is from, 7, 6, 5, 4. The minimum I can put here is 4. So this has a minimum of 3. So this can't be 1. No, this can't be 3. So this has to be from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 because it can't be 1 or 2 because it wouldn't be consecutive with that, and it can't be 3 or 4. So this has to be the 6. So this is only 5 or 7. And if this is 5 or 7, then this is 4, 6, or 8. And this is 4, 6, or 8. But 8 is not consecutive with 6 makes this 3, and 3 is only consecutive with 4, which is consecutive with 5, which is consecutive with 4 or 6. But it has to be the 6 because the 4 is already used. And those are now done. Now this is already 7, so this is not 7, and this is a 1 or a 2. Five, 6, 7, 8 is still possible. Four is in here somewhere. 3 is in one of those two. 2 is in one of those 3. But it can't be on the Renban because 8, 7, 6, 5. Yeah, so it can't be on the... Whoops. No, it can't be on the Renban. So 2 is in one of those two. Okay, starting to run out of information again. Like if this is 7, this is 4, and this is 1, 2. Well, 1, 2 is off this line anyway because 7, 6, 5, 4. So 1, 2, and 3 are off this line. So 2 is up here no matter what. It doesn't strike me as helpful. I have to put a 7 on this line. So one of those two is 7. I have to put a 7 on this line. Do I have to put an 8 on this line? No, 7, 6, 5, 4 is possible if that's 4. Hang on a minute. If this is 7 and if this line, this is a 9, it must have an 8 on it, and the 8 would go there. If it doesn't have an 8 on it, this is 7 and it'd have to go down. 7, 6, 5, 4. And I'd have to put a 4 on the line, and I couldn't put it there. So this is 4 or 8. And if this is a 9, this is the 8, and this is 6, 7. And if this is 7, this is the 8. And these are from 4, not 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. So these are 5, 6, 7, and 9 are the only possibilities. That didn't help me much at all. If this is a 9, this is an 8, this is a 7, this is a 8 or a 6, this is an 8, then this is 9. This is 9 of. This is 8. Got to put a 7 in one of them. Yeah, it's not really helping. Okay. Can I restrict this at all? Now, if this is 6, this is 1, 2, 3. Well, that doesn't work. If this is 6, this is 1, 2, 3. And where do I put 1, 2, 3 in this box? Because 1, 2, 3 couldn't go there. They'd have to go there. But I can't put 1, 2, or 3 on this line. Because 8, 7, 6, the minimum I can put on this line is 5. So I could not put 1, 2, and 3. I'd have to put 1, 2, and 3 into those cells. So this is not 6. Now, if this is 1, 2, 4, well, this gives me a 7, 9 pair. But now this line is restricted because the minimum I can put on this line is 5. 7, 6, 5, no, 4. But I need to put a 6 on this line somewhere. 9, 8, 7, 6. And if it's 7, 9, 8, 7, 6. And if it's 7, I need to go down. There needs to be a 6 on this line. Can't put it there and I can't put it in either of those two. That's a 6. So this is not a 6. But I need to put a 6 on this line. Because it's a 4-cell long line that contains a 9 or a 7. 9, 8, 7, 6 or 7. I can't do 7, 8, 9, some 10. So it has to include a 6 no matter what. And I can't put it there, there, or there. This is a 6. So there's a 6 up here. But this could be 5, 4. Hang on, no, this can't be 5, 4. This can't be 7, 6, 5, 4 because the 5, 4 here prevents that from being 5 or 4. So it can't be 4, 5, 6, 7. It could be 5, 6, 7, 8. So it has to be 5, 6, 7, 8 or 6, 7, 8, 9. So there has to be an 8 on this line. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's no 6 here. There's no 6 here. There must be an 8 in one of those two. This is very strange. Okay, so this dot has to have an even digit on it. It's got to be 2 or 4. So this is from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I don't see how to use that. 4 in this box is in one of those two. This is not 5. So 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8 forced in that order. Or 6 and these 7, 8, 9 in any order. So how do I make this up? If this is 7, this is 1, 2, 4. And if this is 9, this is 2, 3, 4. So it's either 1, 2, 4 or 2, 3, 4. Either, hang on, there's a 4 on this no matter what. This is a 4. So there now has to be a 2 on this dot because I need to put an even dot on it. So this had to be, let me confirm that. If this is a 1, 2, the only thing this could be is a 3, and that needs this to be a 6. This is a 4. Right, okay, so now the even digit on this is the 2, because it can't be 4, 6, or 8. This is not a 2. There's a 2 on here, and this is from 1, 2, 3, and there's no 3 there. So there is a 2 on this arrow. But it could still be 1, 2, 4, or 2 in multiple ways. 1, 2, 6, 2, 3, 4, because there's 4 up here as well. 4 is in here. Man, this is tricky. I've been told that this solves, so I trust it. So if this is 2, 3, 4, if this is 2, 3, 4, 2 and 3 can't go here. 2 and 3 can't go on this line. So this becomes 2 and this becomes 3. So this would be 2. And that's broken. If this is 2, 3, 4, this is 9. The 2 and the 3 would have to go down here. They can't go on the line because they're too far away on the Renban. So they'd go here. Now this can't be a 3. So this would be 2. This would be 2, 3, 4. And both of those would be 9. So this can't be 2, 3, 4. This has to be 1, 2, 4. This becomes a 7. This becomes a 9. And now 1 has to go in one of those with the 2. So this is not the 3. This is the 3. And this is a 1, 2 pair. That's weird. This is 7, 8, 9. And there's no 7 there. This is a 7. So 5, which means this is not a 7. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8, or 6, 7, 8, 9. But there has to be an 8 on this line. This has to be an 8. So this is a 1, this is a 2. This is a 9. This is a pair now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which means this can't be a 6. Because if this is a 6, it's surrounded by 5 and 7. And that would break that. So this is not a 6 anymore. This is weird. What are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, and 8. I am not following this. So 8 is in one of those two by Sudoku. This is a quadruple. I'm really tempted to just mark it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. 2, 5, 7, and 9. But that's completely unrestricted. That was such a waste of time. There's no 6 here. There's no 9 in those because of that 9. This is a 5, 7. Can I do more on this like I did with that? This is 5, this is 4, and this is 3. So it's either 5, 4, 3, And if this is 9, this is 8, this is 7. This is 3 or 7. But I have to put 5 on this line. So that's actually a 5. There's no 5 here. This is so strange. So these are the extreme digits of these lines. 3, 4, 5 or 9, 8, 7. That's a 4, 8 pair. So 8 comes out of there. But I have to put 8 on this line. Because I can't put 4 on this line. So that's an 8. I can't put 7 here because there's already a 7 on the line. So 5, 6, 7, 8 or 6, 7, 8, 9. But that's a 5, 9 pair. And a 4, 8. So now I've got a quintuple in that central box. Which I don't understand at all. Okay, 8 is in here with the 4. 7 is in here. 1 is up here somewhere. Let's do this quadruple. 1, 3, 5, 9. So 5 is in one of those two. 9 is in one of those two. And 3 appears to be completely unrestricted. Hang on, there's a 9 on this line. So I can't put 9 there and I can't get as low as 4 anymore. This is 8. So this is 7. The 8 makes this 4, which means this is 3, 4, 5, which means this is 6 and 5. The 5 makes this 9, and the Renbans are done. There's no 7 here anymore. There's no 8 here. And this is now a triple. No, it's not. No, what did I have from that? No, I'm confused. I'm very confused. What's this quadruple? 1, 2, 3, 5. Well, there's no 5 in either of those. There's no 2 there. There has to be a 2 there. There's no 2 there. So this is a 1, 2, 3 triple. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 5 and 9. There's no 1 there. This is the 1, which takes 1 out of there. These are 5 and 9. And this 5 is resolving it. That's 9. That's 5. This is not 9. These are 1, 2, 3, and 5. So this is a known triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So those are 4, 8, and 9. There's an 8, 9. That's a 4. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, and 7. There's a 3 there. So there is a 2 on this. So if it's 2, 3, this is a 4. And if it's 2, 5, that's 7. This would have to be a 2. That doesn't work. This is 2, 3. There's no 5 there. This is a 2, 3. This is a 1. This is a 5. There's no 1 on this. So this is 2 and 3. 2, 3 is 5. So this is the 4. These are not 4. And now where does 6 go? It can't go there. It can't go there. That's the 6. The 2, 3 makes that 5 and that 3. This is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's an 8. And these are 1, 7, and 9. This is weird. There's no 9 there. So what's the triple in this column? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 4, 7. Well, there's no 4 there. So that's a 1, 7 pair. So that's the 4. which I could have got by Sudoku. But if you know me, you know that wasn't going to happen. Um, 5 comes out of there. So that's a 279 triple. That's the 5. This 2 has been looking over here for ages. That's 1, that's 2. The 2 looks over making that 7, and there's no 7 in there. So this is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 189. 189. Well, there's no 1 there, so there's an 8-9 pair. This becomes the 1. So, okay, yeah, there's no 1 here because of the 1 in the box. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 7, 8, 9 triple. There's no 7 there. There's no 8 there. Eight is in one of those two. That's not helpful. It may be, but it's not to me right now. Really confused about where to look. I've run out of clues, so I'm down to Sudoku. It'll be... At least I know it's not an invisible given, because I don't have any. When I get down to this, I'm always stumped about where to look. This is 128. This is 279. So it's one of the columns, maybe? But they've all got lots of digits in them. Except that is a 1279 quadruple. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 6. So this is a 127 triple. There must be a 2 in it, so there's no 2 there. Did that help? Six in this row is right there. So this is 1, 2, 5, or 7. So it's 2, 5, or 7 because it can't be 5. So it's 2 or 7. Hang on, no, I've got that wrong. There's no 1 here is the problem. So this can't be 3. No, I missed a 3 here. So I'm going to undo all of that. Now, I know the 6 is good, but this can't be 1. And this is 2, 3, 5, 7. And it can't be 5. But there's a 5, 7 in here, so it can't be 7. So that's a 2, 3 pair, which means that's the 7, that's the 5, that's the 7. There's no 7 in here, so this is 1, this is 2, so this is 7, and I take 7 out of there. That's a tricky spot. Or I'm just dumb. It could be I'm just dumb. 8, 9 pair makes that 7, which takes 7 out of there. 7 now has to be here for this row. This 2 makes this 3. That's the easier way to do it. This is 2, this is 3. That 3 looks up making this 2 and this 3. The 2 looks down, making this 8, which makes this 9, which makes this 2, which goes across, making this 9, which makes this 8, which makes this 1, which makes this 2. The 1 looks up. That was an easier way of doing it, wasn't it? If only I'd seen it. This 8 makes this 9. These are now 1, 2, 3. I have to put a 4, 5, 6, and an 8. The 8 looks across, making this 9 and this 8. And that is Blustery Day by DJV. There were some tricks to that. The way these Renbans interacted with the arrows, which is kind of the point because that's all we got, is really cool. And the way these Kropkis forced the arrows at the beginning, very nice. I really like column 9 as a start. That's very cool. And this interaction with the parody. But at the end there, that was some tricky Sudoku. Again, I get the feeling, and if I'm wrong, I apologize, that this is a puzzle that was tested with the pencil mark checker turned on. So it's like, oh, and then at the end, you just follow the red digits. But I try not to use that unless I get really stuck. And I was close to turning it on, but didn't get there. Really cool puzzle. And if you're solving it using the pencil mark checker, cool, no problem. That's a perfectly valid way to check. If you do, I do recommend the simplified version of the conflict checker. So it's only checking for row, column, and box logic, and it wouldn't tell you if there was a problem on the Kropki dot or a problem on the arrow, because that's the sort of logic that I think we should be figuring out for ourselves. But that's a personal opinion. It is completely up to you. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the puzzle. And as always, good luck with your solving.